On this episode of WTHS, we learn more about the many musical programs at Tupelo High School and why Mrs. Ware, one of our AP Bio teachers, chose to welcome chicks into her class and why. Hello, I'm Braylee Mosely. Welcome back to this week's episode of WTHS. Spring has sprung and some students in one of our classes have welcomed some new special friends. The AP Biology class is the new owner of 11 chicks. AP Bio students have watched the chicks grow over the past month in an incubator in their classroom. They even had the opportunity to inject dye into the eggs, resulting in colorful chicks. The chicks had a much higher turnout compared to last year when only 2 hatched.
We bought a new incubator. Definitely, the incubator, last year, if you've heard, it was a terrible hatch. We did it twice. We only got 2 chickens out of both hatches. Got 11 chickens right off the bat this year, and they all were healthy when they pecked their way out. They were good to go.
I learned really about a lot of egg development in chickens and really how they grow. And then whenever we dyed them, I learned about serial procedure and how they would react to it.
Students that have the proper equipment for chickens at their house have the opportunity to bring their baby chicks home. While some of our students are learning how the lives of chicks develop, others are learning life skills for themselves at Ability Works. Jocie tells us more about it.
Students from our transitional program visit Ability Works Monday through Thursday to work. Ability Works is a program through Mississippi Department of Rehabilitation Services that gives students an opportunity to work and learn several different trades. Companies send their products to Ability Works, and through the MDRS program, they pay our students to work for them. Coach Holland loves that his students get to have this experience.
It's been a great experience. So far we hope that we can continue it year after year and that we have more students come through our school that have this opportunity to work and be able to count it as course credit and get paid at the same time.
Chris Mabrin, a student from the transitional program, tells us what he has learned so far.
Experience and stuff like that. Learn how to get a job, learn how to proper way.
Ability Works has many job coaches to help students who have disabilities and there are extreme or who may need ongoing assistance to enter the workforce. Assistant Principal Dr. Garth believes that all students should have an equal opportunity.
It's always been my hope that every student, no matter what their disability is, if they want to participate in the workforce, we give them the opportunity. So I see this as a training phase for them. We've seen great success with it this year. And my hope is that we extend. This year, we're only going 1 semester. And so we're in the working phase of doing 2 semesters.
Ethan shares his favorite things about Ability Works.
Easy money.
You just heard Ethan say easy money, but what they are really taking away is life skills, social skills, and the opportunity to make money while still in school. I'm Jocie Delk, WTHS.
Thanks, Jocie. Tupelo focuses on lots of different abilities, including sports. Let's see what all Rylie has for us this week.
Everyone, I'm Rylie Robinson, and welcome back to this week's sports. Last Thursday, our track team traveled to Clinton to compete in their regional meet. In order to qualify for tomorrow's North Half meet, you had to place in the top 4 of your event. Several Tupelo athletes qualified for this meet. Taylor Brown won the 3200 and placed second in the 1600. Brooklyn Morgan also qualified for all 4 of her events. She won the 3200, placed second in the 1600, third in the 800, and helped the 4x8 team place second. The boys 4x8 team also qualified, placing third.
I think I did well. I think the goal was really just to get top 4 and advance to North Half, so I think it went really good.
In the field events, Jarmisha McKinney and Iverson McCoy qualified in long jump, placing third and fourth. Ashlyn Powell and Mikhail Calvert both placed third in pole vault. Congratulations to all of our athletes and good luck tomorrow.
I went over front of minutes, made sure I had all my measurements down, and just had a lot of fun with it.
Track aren't the only ones who competed last week. Our baseball team played an impressive game against Saltillo last Saturday. The Wave traveled to Saltillo for a rematch against the Tigers. Back in February, the Wave beat the Tigers 8-5, and this past Saturday, Tupelo kept up their win streak and won with the final score of 10-0. Sophomore Brody Wilson helped the team win as he hit a home run. In other news, Gavin Puckett, Lake Reed, and Garrett Enos are 3 seniors who were chosen to play in the MCAV All-Star Game taking place on May 25th in Corinth.
I was pretty excited, a little surprised, but really excited. Get to go represent not only Tupelo baseball, but my school and community, and I'm pretty excited for it.
Our tennis team is also having a very successful season as they competed in Vicksburg this past Monday. The team traveled to compete in their semifinals round and a spot in the state championship. The Wave competed against Gulfport in the semifinals and dominated as they won 4-1. Later the same day, Tupelo faced Madison Central in the final round. The game was close, but the Wave unfortunately lost 4-3. The Tupelo tennis team was named runners-up as they came in second place. Congratulations.
I would say the season went really well. Overall, we went 20-2. Both of those losses ended up coming from Madison Central, both with a score of 3-4. So I felt like we really made a good run this year, one that I'm super proud of. All the efforts, the kids played really well all year long.
Mainly in the semifinals, I was kind of just trying to stay calm and just get to the state championship and just play as good as I can. And then in the state championship, it was all about nerves. Obviously, there's a lot of pressure on the line, and you really want to compete at a high level.
Tennis aren't the only ones who have been preparing for a big competition. Our Powder Puff teams have been practicing hard for the tournament that took place on Tuesday. Powder Puff is a girls' flag football tournament. 8 teams were entered, and during the first round, BB's Ballers and Bandits won. As the tournament continued, Bandits and Fright Night were the last 2 teams standing. In the final round, Fright Night, a group of soccer and basketball girls, defeated Bandits, winning the Powder Puff tournament. Speaking of football, one player has been given a special scholarship. Channing gives us more on this honor.
There are several ways students can be involved in high school. Some choose to commit to sports and extracurriculars, and some choose to pursue academic excellence. And some students choose to be the best of both. Caleb Cockrell is one of those students, and part of that comes from his upbringing.
My mom played soccer in college, and she always coached me when I was little, so I just kind of got a lot of experience in that early on and decided to continue to pursue that. I've just always been really competitive, and my dad played football when he was younger, and he's always been a huge fanatic, and that was just instilled in me early on.
For Caleb to be Tupelo's winner of the Lindy Callahan Scholarship, he needed more than a drive for sports. As a dual requirement award, he also needed to keep stellar grades. So how does he move from physical to mental stress?
I generally like to take a break after practice just to kind of differentiate between school and sports. And then after I take that break, usually later on in the night, I'll go ahead and do my homework and any studying that I need to do so I'm ready for class the next day.
Caleb continues to push himself inside and outside the classroom because he believes that at the end of the day, the positive effects he has on others and the effects others have on him are worth it.
But I've never gotten to the point where I think I didn't want to be involved in it because they all normally bring me some sort of joy or some sort of happiness from my involvement and through the connections I make with teammates and with players. And there's also a verse that I try to mold my mentality after, which says, "In all that you do, do it as unto the Lord and not to men." So I've just tried to use that to motivate myself in anything that I've chosen to be involved in.
Caleb's goal is to continue to make his friends, family, and community proud. After high school, he plans on attending Mississippi State University where he will be studying chemical engineering. I'm Channing Hooper, WTHS Sports Media.
Thanks, Channing. It's amazing to see where THS senior athletes will be next year. That's all for this week's sports. I'm Rylie Robinson, WTHS Sports Media.
Thanks, Rylie. Looking forward to the third year of Powder Puff. Now we move into our culinary arts class. We have Albany here to tell us what's cooking.
All school year, Malia's Curry Culinary 1 students have learned and prepared on paper how to cook, but they finally put words to action as they whipped out their equipment for the skills challenge.
Pretty much skills and techniques we talk about in August and we practice in September. Every month we build on some things, and at that moment you're able to demonstrate what you have learned.
Teams were split into 3 groups with a team leader in each. Piper Brown, one of the captains, describes what her group made in the contest.
We made baked chicken legs with grilled and sauteed mushrooms over an Alfredo sauce, which is over angel hair noodles.
Grayson Dexter, group leader of Team C, provides insight on the errors that were made while cooking their dish.
Our sauce didn't really come together because we used 5 times the amount of oil on accident, and then we used tomato paste instead of tomato puree. So it kind of the consistency was off.
Ms. Curry highlights that mistakes are part of the cooking process and success is just a couple of stirs away.
A whole new sauce is created from a mistake. A whole new pasta is created from a mistake. So if I can see it that way, I think that you think about the win or lose, because at the end, we all won.
Communication is an important ingredient in getting everything done in the kitchen. Piper feared that her group was not on the same page throughout the skills competition.
I think under pressure we did okay, but I believe we could have done better. I believe there wasn't enough communication between the team.
When students are connected like a chicken leg, it helps make a difference. Teamwork is the perfect seasoning for a chicken. You have everybody contributing to the same goal.
Definitely by having multiple people, you're able to see things that you by yourself may not have seen. So definitely having 3 to 4 people in a group, you have one person responsible for the equipment, someone responsible for the utensils, the food, all the ingredients, and then there's someone to kind of help with the flow of application.
Although there were a lot of mishaps made by the students, it was a fun and nerve-wracking experience. Next time, they'll be frying up another plan. I'm Albany Knight, and this is WTHS News.
Thanks, Albany. From the sounds of the kitchen to the sounds of students, Tupelo Wave Orchestra participated in the Orchestra World Strides Heritage Festival in St. Louis. This past weekend was very productive, and they brought home the Spirit Award, a silver medal, and an Outstanding Orchestra Award. And 2 of the members, Aaron Hurd and Lucy Oliver, won 2 out of 6 Maestro Awards. They also held their senior night earlier this week, where they honored their seniors in their last year of orchestra.
I love playing my instrument, but my favorite part about orchestra is the people that I get to see every day. They really make my life a lot better.
Orchestra isn't the only musical talent here at Tupelo. High Tide and Madrigals are also making their own strides. Earlier this month, 13 High Tide students left Tupelo to fly to Orlando, Florida. They competed in the World Strides competition and also spent 3 days at Universal. They competed in 3 different categories and won first place gold in Madrigals, second place gold in concert choir, and gold in vocal jazz. This was the last competition for the seniors, and now they are preparing for their spring showcase, May 2nd and 3rd in the Performing Arts Center here at Tupelo High School.
This last competition meant a lot to me just because this is my 3rd trip with High Tide, and it was my last one, so it just made it really special. And just the fact that I was able to go with some of my best friends and compete and just have fun in Orlando.
That's all for this week's show. We would love it for you to follow our socials and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Here's some more of the wonderful orchestra performance. Thank you for watching and have a great weekend. I'm Braylee Mosely, WTHS News.